Welcome to my latest vlog series. It's an 8-part series that's going to document behind the scenes of producing a mental health documentary, which is going to be called Climbing Your Mountain. That documentary involves inspiring stories, difficult to hear stories, but also lots of inspiration, including a climb up Mount Snowdon that's going to be the second part of the documentary. So I'm going to take you on a little walk now for episode 1, and I'm going to tell you what this series is going to entail, but also I'm going to tell you where I'm at with the documentary, what I've been doing and what I need to do in order to produce a documentary that's going to hopefully make a huge difference to people. It's going to get out there, do its job, and I can document that and show you how difficult documentaries can be behind the scenes, because some people think they happen overnight and they don't. They take a long time, and a lot of effort and work goes into filmmaking. You've got a lot of things you've got to make sure you're doing and covering, and obviously you've got to get the narrative right and make sure the quality looks good and the editing and getting the right people involved and things like that. So yeah, stay with me. Every vlog is going to be around 5 to 10 minutes and they'll be released every Sunday on my platform. A little teaser on TikTok and a little teaser here on YouTube as well as the episode. So please make sure you are subscribed if it's something you are interested in. I'll be really grateful for the support. Enjoy the vlog and I will speak to you very soon. People always say to me, why do you want to be a filmmaker? You know, why do you want to delve into such difficult topics? But definitely just stung myself on a stinging nettle. So for me, the life experiences that I've had and the way I see the world, I just really want to connect with people via my lens and raise awareness on topics that we just don't talk about enough. I've had my fair share of mental health, and I know so many people have, or near enough everyone surely knows someone that's struggled with mental health. So, you know, I don't think it's a question of why would you do that. It's, you know, everyone probably understands that it's a topic we need to talk about more and raise more awareness on. So the aim of the documentary is to support people, to let people know that there is help, people do care, you know, there is light out there, and, you know, no matter what you're going through, it's, you know, your feelings and how you feel are valid. I've lost a lot of friends over the years, which is horrible to think about, and I know lots of people out there obviously in the same boat. So it's a big passion of mine. I've had my own mental health struggles for sure since I was a kid. I think it's part of my neurodivergence. That hasn't helped, I don't think, trying to understand myself and struggles that I've had. But yeah, look, documentaries are big projects, and this is a huge project. So in a minute I'm going to tell you guys how I've started and what really gave me the vision for this documentary. My brain works in a very fast moving way. And I'm a very visual person. I can picture things quite clearly. I'm not always good at articulating myself or getting things down on paper, but I just had a vision of me filming people and climbing a mountain and just doing something that's out of the ordinary, doing something that's gonna make a big impact and have a difference. I think as a filmmaker as well, it's so competitive out there and there are so many amazing, talented people, but also there's so much content out there that is great to watch, and I need to create something that's, you know, not just simple interviews or, you know, like my Withoutsilenceuk platform, which is amazing and powerful, but it can be really hard to get out there. So I thought, what can I do on such an important topic that's going to really make like an impact? And I thought climbing a mountain, you know, that makes sense, because I believe everyone's climbing their own mountain, and no matter what size your mountain is in your own head, you know, everyone's climbing and everyone has their struggles. So I thought, do you know what, this is the one, this is the idea. And then I was lucky enough to be interviewed by Lisa King. Shout out to Lisa King on her radio station, which is Dreamcatcher Radio, and her radio show is called Unapologetically Me. So Lisa's going to be a big part of the documentary. She's a huge mental health advocate. She's got her own story, but I want to let her share that with you. And you know, look, it's you know, it's a project that I need support. I need people. I need the right people around me, people that believe in the project, people that want to obviously work with me and can see my vision for everything. So yeah, it's going to be a big old project, that's for sure. So I said to Lisa, Lisa, after we did a live together, I said, Lisa, do you want to come and be an assistant producer and just help me produce a documentary? You know, you've got a lot of experience in this industry, in the mental health world for a long time. It'd be really good to have someone like you help me shaping the narrative, making sure I'm also getting things correct, because, you know, I'm no mental health expert, whilst I've had my own experience and I've lost people, and, you know, I know where I want to go with the documentary and I know what message I want to give. it's great having people like Lisa that can really help me out, and they have that knowledge and experience. So yeah, so Lisa said yes, which was amazing, and yeah, now we're on the way to setting up the climb, and we've got people signing up, which is brilliant. I'll go into more details about that shortly. I'll be home soon, and I'll let you know where I'm at, what the next steps are for me, and what the first steps I've had to take in order to start this documentary, essentially, Countryside is always so good for mental health. I don't get out enough, and really, if I'd be totally truthful with you, I spend too much time sitting at home, on my computer, trying to do this, trying to do that, but it's really important I do this more, because even already I feel happier. I'm in a good mood today, to be fair. I'm quite happy today. I did a TikTok live this morning, and it was really good. And they don't always go well. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So yeah, I go through bursts of like a bit of energy, bit of passion, and sometimes I have my days where I'm like, I feel like I'm not always getting where I want to be, but hey, it's the game of filmmaking, eh? Can't have it all. But I've got this, and that's incredible. What a view. Where am I at with the documentary? Well, it's a good question. I've got the vision in my head of how I want the documentary to go. I want to interview people. I need people to interview. What's really difficult is choosing people to be a part of it. 'Cause sometimes I get quite a lot of messages with people wanting to share their stories, and I hate having to say no to people, or I can't obviously get back to everyone all the time. So that's the most stressful part, I think, of the work that I do, is feeling like I'm not listening to people or not giving people my time, when I just simply can't give everyone my time and give everyone a response necessarily, especially if I miss them on TikTok lives and things like that. It can be really difficult, but I've got to try and pick out the right stories that I think are going to fit the narrative and fit the documentary. I've already had 6 or 7 people over the last couple of days fill out the form on the website, so that's really important for me, was to build the website page on the documentary Climbing Your Mountain, so people can understand a bit more, people can see it. Obviously, I've dropped the GoFundMe link on there. Like I say, if I don't raise enough money for this documentary, or a company or organisation doesn't get behind me, that's fine. I'm going to still do it anyway. And everyone that I've spoken to that's on board with the documentary is okay with that. I'll just do a lot more of the work myself, shall we say? But that's fine. I'll roll with it. So yeah, at the moment, I'm just trying to build a narrative, and I'm at that stage now where people are aware of what I'm doing. I'm trying to work out people's stories. I'm trying to work out the climb. I'm going to be filming next week, because what I like to do, I like to film, and then when I go back through the footage, I get more of an idea of the rest of the documentary. I don't always like doing it as I go. I've got a treatment, which is a 1.5 page outline of the documentary. I know what I want to do, I know what messages I want to get across, and I know how I want to flow the documentary, should we say. I want it to be very similar to my Without Silence platform, where I'm just letting people share their stories. They're the stories, and those are the moments that are going to really, I think, connect with people and help people out there. So that's my plan. That's where I'm at the moment. It's tough, it's tough. I've got to make sure I do get permissions, insurances, licenses. I've got to get permission at the moment. I'm trying to contact Snowden, which I've got to go and do when I'm back, and contact Snowden. Not that that's a person. I've got to contact the right people to get permission to film and have a drone fly around when we're doing our climb on Snowden. So yeah, lots of stuff to do, lots of things I need to start progressing with, really. But it's okay. It's a slow process. I've got to go through people's stories. That can be quite difficult, because obviously I can't always include everyone in the documentary, and it's really hard to pick and choose, because I believe so many people have got amazing, inspiring stories. And when someone comes to me and says, Josh, I lost this person, can I be a part of the documentary? And I simply can't fit it in or find a place for it. It's it's tough. I don't like doing that, but I've got to just take responsibility of making sure this documentary is done right, done professionally, and it's giving the right message out there. It's putting the right message out there to people. So, but look, if you've uploaded your story, or you want to share your story, and it can't be involved in the documentary, you can still self-shoot your story, or you can maybe come and meet me in person, like I do with other people on my platform, Without Silence. If you like what you're seeing, guys, if you like this little vlogaroo, behind the scenes, episode 1, please pop me a subscribe. a follow, a subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, subscribe to me, please. I'll be very grateful. Right, home time now, and I might carry on there and tell you where I'm at and what is coming in this vlog series. Because I'll tell you what, it's not going to be me walking and talking. There's going to be so much behind the scenes of the productions, the shoots, the camera operating. And you're going to also hear from Lisa, hopefully anyway. Yeah, lots coming, guys. I am back home. I've had my sandwich and I'm now just gonna start going through people's stories, put them into a spreadsheet and just work out where I'm at with everything and then pass it over to Lisa. Lisa can get involved and help me and we can make it all happen and become a little bit organised, which is not always my strongest ability. Although it's weird, for some weird reason, I managed to organise documentaries really well. But obviously the climb, it's not just a documentary, there's a climb and a documentary, so there's a lot to do. So I'm very grateful to have Lisa's support on this. I certainly need it. So yeah, as I was saying, so in this behind the scenes series, I'm going to document some interviews from behind the scenes. I'm going to document the mornings before I have a shoot and tell you how I'm feeling. And because I get a bit nervous sometimes, you know, it's not always straightforward and it's not always flowers and butterflies, you know, it can be difficult sometimes, especially hearing people's stories. So that's going to be difficult. I'm going to get some behind the scenes with my crew, with Lisa. She's going to be having a little chat and she's going to be a part of these episodes and it's going to be really fun, hopefully, as well as serious for the documentary and showing you what we have to do for the climb and for the documentary. And I'm going to also hopefully get some content with Owen, who is my incredible camera operator, and I'll be his assistant camera operator throughout this documentary. So, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to learn off Owen, which I'm quite excited for, because I've not used Ronin 4D before, so I'm very excited to see it. So yeah, I'm going to do as much as I can in these episodes, and every Sunday one will be released. So next Sunday is the next episode. Make sure you subscribe and check my social media platforms out. I'll be very grateful. Until next time, guys. Josh Westover, over and out.